Yeet. Keep. Hello everyone! Thanks for joining me for another Modern Quick Match. Nothing fancy here, just what the title says. I'll do a quick deck tech, which is the same one from the Modern Matchup Analysis video, so if you don't want to hear it again, or you just want to jump straight to the gameplay, I have included the timestamp in the description below. Please like and subscribe, it really helps out a lot. Now, let's play some Modern. Alright, so we're piloting Grixis Urza with a splash for green. But if you're new to the deck, the main engine is Thopter Foundry, Sword of the Meek. With both in play, you pay 1, sack the Sword of the Foundry, you gain a life, and get a Thopter. That Thopter then triggers the sword, comes back attached. So for every 1 mana you have, you get 1 life and 1 Thopter. Fine combo that's actually pretty difficult for a lot of decks to deal with as it is. But why this deck has jumped to tier 1 status is because of Modern Horizons. First, Urza makes this combo go infinite. Urza taps the sword for 1 mana to activate the Foundry, sacrifice the sword, Thopter made, sword comes back untapped. So that's 2 fresh artifacts to make 2 more mana. Repeat this and you'll have infinite life, Thopters, and mana. Then with the infinite mana, you can activate Urza's 5 ability until you play your whole deck. A lot of decks will play a win condition like Europe or Aether Grid, that way you don't have to pass the turn over while your Thopters are summoning sick. Oh, and for fun, you also get a huge construct for free with Urza, because he wasn't good enough already. Just a crazy good card. So how do we get this combo consistently? First and foremost, we're churning through our deck with cantrippy artifacts. Mishra's Bauble is a delayed redraw that gives us some info. Arkham's Astrolabe both fixes our mana and redraws. Chromatic Star is a free roll, and then there's Ichor Wellspring. We can also directly tutor with Whir of Invention and Goblin Engineer. Whirring at instant speed is amazing for finding either combo piece or as a toolbox tutor. Engineer can get a combo piece in the yard early, but where it really shines is in the late game for grinding matchups. Once you start sacrificing Ichor Wellsprings for Astrolabes, and then next turn sacrifice the Astrolabe for a Wellspring, every turn that's just hard for a lot of decks to keep up with. For the toolbox side of things, an Ensnaring Bridge is really nice to have to stay alive for a few turns. Now, we're not really a prison deck, but this is a great card to have at our disposal if we need it. Whirring for a Pithing Needle is often just a counter spell with a Planeswalker or other target on the stack. Then there's Damping Sphere, Nihil Spellbomb, Pyrite Spellbomb, and Welding Jar. Other things that are really nice to have at our disposal if we have a Whir in hand. All these builds run 4 Mox Opals because it's one of the most powerful cards in Modern. And most are now running 2 Galvanic Blasts to round out the Metalcraft suite. The land base doesn't actually vary all that much in terms of the lands themselves. We're looking at 8 fetches, 3 shocks, a lot of snow basics. For the Astrolabes, and then Inventor's Fair and Spire of Industry are pretty common. Where people do have differences is actually in the count of the lands. I see a lot of decks running 18 or 19, which is very low. Because we cantrip so much, I do get it. And there are hands where that's enough and it feels really, really good. But I feel like I lose a lot of games being stuck with an Urza or a Whir in hand and not hitting that 4th land drop. I really like 20. Okay, to the sideboard. We've got 2 Fatal Pushes for early aggro and other troublesome creatures like Collector Oofs and Katakis. Thought Seizes for other combo decks and for sniping hate cards. Assassin's Trophy for pretty much everything. Collector Brutality is a megastar against burn and is extra discard for control matchups. Tireless Tracker is a new addition showing great results against opponents trying to get the game to go long and grindy. Tezzeret, another great win condition for when they disrupt our combo. Ashiok has really been overperforming. He shines in the mirror, cutting off Whirs, Engineers, and Fetches, while also nuking the yard a few times. It's fantastic against Scapeshift and Titan decks, and really does a number on other graveyard decks in the format also. Grafdigger's Cage, because Allosaurus combo and Dredge are still a thing. And just remember that Cage is kind of useless against Living End. Those creatures go to exile first. And Dead of Winter is one of the best board wipes in the format in this deck. Now let's get to it. Alright, hello everyone. We are here with some Grixis Whirza splashing green, and we will play first. This hand feels fantastic. It's what we want to see. So we will certainly keep this. It's got the combo, full combo, lands, and even a redraw. So yeah, we're here for this. Start with a island and a Chromatic Star. Pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. Arbor Elf. Okay, if this is some kind of land destruction, we might actually be in a little bit of trouble. So I think we just need to get the combo out as quickly as possible. So we will get a redraw here. Welding Jar seems good. And a Sword of the Meek. And pass the turn. Windswept Heath for our opponent. Gets in with an Arbor Elf. Alright, well, we didn't ramp anything out that turn. Birds of Paradise. Ramp is coming, though. That is for sure. Astrolabe. So we will start with the Astrolabe. Now, since we don't know what they're doing, If this was some kind of Ponza, which doesn't look like it is now, but if it was, there'd be a thought to getting a Mox Opal with this Goblin Engineer. Well, I don't think that's what we want to be doing, but we will go get a Steam Vents. Yeah, we'll get the Steam Vents. And go black, blue for a Thopter Foundry. And pass the turn. Okay, well, this is a big turn for our opponent. Let's see. They have 1,000,000 mana. They'll have 5, most likely. Windswept Teeth. And passing. Okay, well, with all the ramp, for them not to have anything by turn 3... it's really nice. Okay. So it is some kind of land destruction deck. We will save the Thopter Foundry. It is what the welding jar is for. Ha! It can't be regenerated. Well, that was good. Huh, if I could read a card. Who would have thought that it pillages little extra piece of text would matter. Okay, so it is land destruction-y. So I think I actually am going to get a Mox Opal. As weird as that sounds. Get an Opal. We will play out a Nihil Spellbomb and pass the turn. Engineer can also get back our combo. Now with the Astrolabe, a land does just mean we win. So Chandra, okay, does kill the Engineer. Okie dokes. Well, now we're going to need some help. That is some help. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will slam Urza for sure. Now, I think the question is, there's no reason to slam the bridge now, but we will equip Urza. Yeah, we'll keep up blockers. Actually, I don't think they have anything that they can use from the yard, so we'll tap a Nihil Spellbomb. Equip Urza. And pass the turn. All right, lots of mana incoming. Chandra number 2 to kill the construct. Okay, well, it's a good thing we did equip Urza. Bloodbraid. Okay. Legion Warboss. Okay, well, that's okay because this bridge is going to do some work there. But the problem now is we need to be able to get in at Chandra. Ah, perfect. Never mind, we don't even have to. All right, and we go infinite. Good game, opponent. We did get super lucky there. We didn't read Pillage, which actually thankfully didn't matter at all. But the fact that they didn't kill our lands, yeah, the fact that this is a land destruction deck that didn't kill any of our lands, that's really a big deal. So I think what we're doing is we're bringing in all of our discard spells, because we need to be able to fade a land destruction spell early. Land destruction really is a big deal against us. So Chandra Legion Warboss usually leads me to think of Red Prison, but this is like a weird, I don't know, I haven't seen Ponza list lately, so maybe they do just run all this stuff, but whenever I see some kind of Warboss Chandra list, I think Prison. So I'm wondering if we're going to need to bring in a Tezzeret maybe. I'm also going to bring in a Dead of Winter in case the Warboss gets out of control. Yeah, I think I like that. We'll go down the Damping Sphere. We'll go down the Pyrite Spellbomb. Needle's still good for Chandra. Nihil Spellbomb does not do anything. We'll take out the... Maybe we go down one Engineer and... Apparently Welding Jar is not all that relevant. They'll bring in some extra artifact hate though. So maybe we'll just go down a couple opals here. Try it like that. I don't know if this is exactly right, but we'll see. No lands. Can't keep it. We'll snap mulligan that one away. This hand doesn't do much, but I don't want to go down to 5, so we will keep it. We will ship an Inventor's Fair in case we have to Wurf or something. The Pithing Needle can also hit Arbor Elf, as it's not a mana ability. That is. Okay, so they have the one that is. So I think we're just going to Galvanic Blast this bird. Okay, that's a perfect draw. Yeah, we'll bolt the bird. Blast the bird, I suppose. All right, bolt the bird. Good old-fashioned old-school magic. Sheltered Thicket. Intapped. Astrolabe's a good redraw, so I think we'll do that. See what we hit. Another island. Well, I will get down this Pithing Needle, naming Chandra. Torch of Defiance. Pass the turn. Opponent with a forest. Okay, there is a war boss. That will get out of control. So now we just really want to slam this bridge. We are a ways away from it mattering, but the bridge will help. And now we're very live to a Dead of Winter. So we'll get our Thopter Foundry down, pass the turn, keep a mana up just so in case they can destroy it. We have an answer. Yep, War Boss getting in. Okay, so the good news about these goblins growing is that it will make it harder for them to get in consistently. Okay, that's actually fine as long as they don't have a removal spell for this ensnaring bridge. Oh, that's what we can't hit is lands. Well, we will play out our bridge. They're going to get in for a ton here. Oh, and actually, oh, we just needed some non-land there. Okay, destroys the bridge. Yeah, now I think we're just dead. Well, they had what they had to have. Garruk Wildspeaker is pretty good. Now he can ultimate and they'll become huge. Yeah. I think this is enough. Yeah, with the trample it certainly is. Yep. Good game, opponent. Alright, well they did it. They did the thing. Okay, good to know. I think their whole game plan is War Boss, so we will keep Fatal Pushes. Anything that can kill creatures. So maybe Pyrite Spellbomb is even still worth it. We'll go down some Opals. We'll go down some Baubles. Actually, we'll go down the dirtily stuff. Stars and Wellspring. And we'll put back a Engineer. Can at least get us possibly a bridge if we need it. Okay, try like that. All right, we will play. Okay, we have some help for the War Boss. We will keep this. No combo piece, but we do get a bunch of redraws here. So we will start with an Astrolabe. Okay, Whirza's fine. Still a ways away from it, but for when they drop a Planeswalker, we're probably going to use it to get a Needle. Stomping around, untapped. Utopia Sprawl. Okay, that is a good combo with a Garruk. So let us play another Astrolabe. There's a bridge. So I think what we need to do now is play a Scalding Tarn, keep up Fatal Push with the Revolt activated. Windswept Heath. Forest. There's the War Boss. Okay. Well, we will deal with that. Fatal Push on the War Boss. Okay. Threat dealt with. And now Urza is great. So I think what we're going to do here is play out our Aether Grid first. And pass the turn. Sheltered Thicket. Arbor Elf. And Arbor Elf. So we will be able to ping one of them and push another. So I think the play here is... The only scary thing is a Planeswalker that lands. So I think what we're going to do here is just play a Delta, ping an Arbor Elf, and then whir for one for whatever Planeswalker they play this turn. Yeah, okay, here comes something big. Bloodbraid is okay. It is going to deal some damage. Okay, so I think what we do here is use another Fatal Push. Get our Steam Vents. Kill the Bloodbraid. Okay, destroys a land. Okay, that does hurt, but they're down to one card in hand. We have a Whir backup for... Okay, so let's think. What do we want to do here with this? Pillage was a big deal there, actually. So we can either kill the Arbor Elf or do the same thing, keep up a Whir. I think we have to keep up the Whir. If they play a Planeswalker, it's it's too bad for us. It's really the only thing that can beat us now. That is annoying. Okay, gets an Arbor Elf. Okay, that's a pretty benign hit. We're okay with that. Okay, well, we will now ping an elf. Go to 10. Still one card in hand, even after a couple Bloodbraid hits. This is as good as we could hope for. Okay, that's a good hit. So, do we... Okay, I think we can handle if they land a Walker and get one activation off of it. So we're going to go ahead and play out our Foundry. Pass the turn. Glorybringer. Yikes. Okay, that's a good card. Doesn't have Trample, though, which is nice. Okay, so I think the play here is Aether Grid, a Bloodbraid. Sacrifice an Astrolabe. Go to blocks. Block the Glorybringer, and then ping the Bloodbraid. Don't take a single point of damage. And they are handless. Okay. So, Scalding Tarn does not win the game, but now we have the combo assembled. Yeah, I think we're good. Get the Mountain. Play Goblin Engineer. Get the Sword of Meek in the yard. Ping the Arbor Elf before we sack an artifact. Sacrifice the Astrolabe. Get Sword of Meek back before there's any shenanigans that they might have in their hand. Ping our opponent. Actually, should we keep it up? Because we can get 2 more activations off the grid. Yeah, we'll just keep it up for now in case they have some kind of thing we need to deal 2 damage to next turn, like a war boss or something. And Stomping Ground. Perfect. Okay. Good win. Because now Urza just wins it next turn. That was a really good game. Good game, opponent.